a missing iPhone after the Gaelic translations of Alexander Carmichael from Carmina Gadelica. Na ho a vi a ro a hi a vo. Na ho a vi a ro a ho. Na ho a vi a vo. I lost my lovely iPhone on Friday just gone. It was no bigger than a Kit Kat, and it was better than a wee too. It fell among the bracken, and I have not found it yet. I'm bored of looking for it at the bottom of the hill. I wouldn't loan it to anyone, not even my sister, or to Big Eck. Even if he asked, he wouldn't get it. Na ho a vi a ro. Na ho a ro a hi a vo. Na ho a vi a ro. As far as the day goes, journey. As far as the tale knows, book. As far as the moment sees, view. What is a journey? A journey is the day it's impossible to stay. The day there means more than here. When it's clear, then go further. Getting back to the origin of things. Sipping dark tea from a shell. On the verge of the big ridge, the rain blurred, dusk purpled, thunder livid, hail pelted, cloud voided, Coolin, are here by the sea at Coolnameen. Clamber your eyes at Sgur Nangovar. See your way from rock to rock, picking a route over the Scree Tesserae, along the molten wave of the ridge. Stitch the familiar names together again. Mountains remain. What remains? Without sentiment, memorials to nothingness. There's no point asking a mountain, which side are you on? There's no way to secure the skyline if you keep on walking. Views from, of, the summit are different things, not to be known at the same time. Seeing ways like a void. Names cannot encompass epochs of stone. Memories flare and extinguish in the firestorm of time. Mountains are immeasurable. Their pursuit, even their definition, is irrational. So set the coronal peaks down where they belong. Given their names, the mountains align. Just for a moment, stop. belong to the horizon. In this next passage, there's a Tom mentioned. It's Tom Lubbock, the art critic and artist who died a few years ago. He had a brain tumour, one of the effects of which was to gradually erase language in his mind, which was cruel for anyone, but particularly cruel for someone who had such an analytical mind. And I was walking with my friend King Coburn on a journey guided by the Japanese poet Basho. We used his journey around Japan to travel around Scotland. And on a particular day he walked up a mountain path and didn't get to where he was meant to go. And on the same day we didn't get to where we were meant to go. And we gave up walking. It's really a poem about failure. And I was aware as we sat there exhausted that I didn't know any of the names of what was around me. And that somehow later on made me think of Tom, of this sense of this wilderness to me, this nameless place. And one of the things about poetry is its ability to redeem failure. So my work is not about climbing mountains, but looking at them. Pulling my legs along with my eyes, drawing a straight line in between grey, clitched boulders and tarry puddles. Walk on, when your boots get bent. Walk on, to the white noise of the waterfall. Walk on, with a dream of the Lochan. Walk on, as far as the name-lost glen. Walk on, kissed beneath Carn and Lochan Dhu. Walk on, sensing skyline after skyline. Walk on, partway up Inver-Eonvie or partway down. Walk on, wherever we are now, I can go no further. Letting go of the loch, I pour the tea, thinking of Tom, still giving illumination as language flickered and dimmed. Tom, poetry is still beautiful, taking me with it, quiet but still something. Ground, river, and sea. My body, my tree. After that, it becomes simply the world. I accept that the mountains may remain too high, reeling in the grip of exhaustion, and nod to the two climbers as they pass, headed out, sullen with exhaustion. Been in far? 4 days. I'm too shy to ask. What did you see? How bad was the weather? Now I have to find my way out of this glen, back by the waterfall, leaving my wishes to walk on, over the next rise, walk on, around the next bend to Loch Hamadi Moor. Would we could live our lives as a novel read backwards, secure in our ending as a tied rope or taut stay, each strand untwisting a moment, tense with shock, giddy for joy, When love becomes our delirious ending, we slowly unwind to the tight knot of that familiar, difficult beginning. Would we could glimmer the perfect form of an idea, emerging, complete in its own right, from out some vague, insubstantial object. Only every now and then we may be brave enough to dare a handstand, emptying out our pockets, seeing inside a world turned upside down. Thank you very much.